The People's Court today at 4:30.
The prisoner will rise and face the court. Skyler Whitney, you're a traitor to your country.
No, it's not true.
You have been found guilty of treason against the United States of America. And since your acts of espionage have resulted in death...
No, it wasn't me!
It is the sentence of this court that you face immediate execution by firing squad.
No, I'm not guilty, I swear. I am not guilty.
You're a traitor, Whitney. You disgust me.
You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
I guess my reports put you to sleep, huh?
Yeah, they were boring. Every last one of them. Give me a drink.
Sky, I know they're not as interesting as a good novel, but they do contain some things you ought to know.
Yeah? Well, I'm tired of being bored with this stuff. You're supposed to be my business manager, Spencer. Will take care of business.
David, it's Derek. Have you got a minute?
Derek, I've got lots more than a minute. Have you got some good news for me?
I'm afraid I don't have any good news for you. I just got back the laboratory report on the papers we took out of Skyler Whitney's safe. It says here that there is not a single clear fingerprint on them.
I'm sorry. I was hoping for something more. I wanted to give you something you could wrap it all up with.
Well, actually, I really wasn't expecting anything startling. If there had been any clear prints on those documents, they probably would have been Skyler Whitney's or ours.
All right, so fingerprints is zero. What now?
Now, we keep digging, and fast. Look, Derek, would you have some time later on? There are a few things on the case that I would like to talk over with you.
Sure, I got all the time you need, because as a matter of fact, there's something I want to talk to you about. The more I think about this, the more trouble I'm having believing that Skyler Whitney is involved in espionage.
All right, I'll play devil's advocate with you. Why is that so tough to accept? And we have positive signs that he is involved, maybe even more so than he and Devereaux. And if Whitney is the one who sold the sample of that phone book, he's now responsible for 2 deaths.
Wait a minute. 2 deaths?
Yes,
The second CEA agent died this afternoon. If the day comes that we can prove a case against Skyler Whitney, he's going to face the maximum sentence.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Era, a combination of powerful cleaners to clean all the way through, and by Prell, the shampoo that frees your hair to be beautifully full and thick.
What she got and got a lot of hair from Prell. Lots of fullness, lots of thickness, lots of hair from Prell. Goodbye limp, goodbye flat, got lots of this and lots of that. Got lots of hair from Prell.
A little Prell leaves you looking like you got lots of hair. Prell gives you lots of rich, thick lather to lift up every single strand for lots of rich, lots of thick, lots of full. Hey, Prell, thanks a lot, sir.
Get the hair that's got a lot of, get lots of hair. Get lots of hair. Get lots of hair. Lots of hair from Prell.
Chocolate sauce soaked in, motor oil seeped in, colloid oil ground in. Unless you clean the dirts that go all the way through, your whole wash isn't clean. That's why we invented Era. Era has the power of cleaners for deep down dirt, for soaked in grease,
for seeped-in oil, for ground-in collar soil. Penetrating cleaners concentrated into one powerful quarter cup. Think collar soil is tough to clean? Watch Era clean through 2 tough stains plus the collar soil. Put a teaspoon of Era only on the top. Rub, run underwater, and look. Era cleaned all the way through, even through the collar soil. That's the kind of clean you want for all your wash. Era cleans all the way through.
Something has to be done about Nora Fulton. I mean, she's constantly causing trouble.
Why does she hate Miles so much?
Oh, I don't know. Who knows what motivates a sick mind like Nora's? Jealousy? Envy? I don't know.
She should be in a padded cell.
Well, I don't really care what happens to Nora. But Miles has me very worried. I don't know how any of this is going to affect him. I mean, things have already been changing. There's a lot of tension at home. There have been a couple of bad incidents at the hospital, and of course the Monticello Star doesn't help.
You know, they didn't print a retraction today in the paper.
Nicole did go see Barbara today. She thinks she might be able to get her to admit that Miles was set up.
Did she have any luck?
I don't know. I haven't talked to her since she went to see her.
Everything okay over here? Well, I hope it's not the food that makes you feel that way.
No, it's the topic, Sid. Nora Fulton.
Oh, well, that's an appetite killer. Do you think you could talk about someone else?
Yeah, let's. How's Mitzi?
Oh, well, I have good news for you. She's out of the hospital. She was in here this morning, and now she's at home.
Oh, so that's terrific.
She must be one happy girl. How's her physical condition?
Well, she's not tap dancing yet, but she's getting there.
I guess she's still disappointed about not getting that part in the play.
Oh, it was a pretty tough break for her, but, you know, Mitzi, she's bouncing back.
Yeah, well, her chances are gone for good, especially if Jim takes that job in New York.
You think he will?
Well, he flew out there yesterday to talk to the big-wig producer in New York, and if things fall together, yeah, I think he's gonna do it.
Oh. Well, how can he turn it down? I mean, that's a fabulous opportunity for him.
Well, I don't think it's going to matter much to Mitzi anyway. She told me she's decided to give up her acting career.
Oh, do you really think she means that?
Well, who knows? But I do think that she's letting go of the fantasy of showbiz, and she told me that she's interested in getting into the restaurant business instead.
Pardon me, folks. Sid, can I talk to you for a minute? It's very important.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Listen, do me a favor. Will you go into the kitchen and calm down the chef for me, will you?
What now?
He's getting temperamental on me. Start throwing pots and pans, calling me names. He's getting crazy in there. And all I did, honestly, I didn't say a word to the guy. All I said was I wanted to give him a little advice about how to make the lasagna. And you know what he called me? Faccia brut.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? That's a terrible Italian word. It means ugly face. Do I have an ugly face? I don't have an ugly face.
Eddie, can't you leave well enough alone?
Look, I was just trying to be helpful. That's all. I'm a very knowledgeable guy when it comes to lasagna. My whole name is Eddie Lasagna Lorimer. I mean, I was really trying to be nice to the guy. You understand? Do me a favor. Go in there, calm him down, pat him on the back, burp him. I was thinking of a name to call him. How do you say mental midget in Italian?
How should I know?
Would you like to order now? I'll get you. Yes, I think so. Okay, excuse me, 1 second.
Mr. Lorimer, you know, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to avoid me.
Who, me?
I thought you might enjoy reading about your former employees, so I brought you the late edition. Jury out on cop killing case. Well, they won't be out for very long. They'll be back the first thing in the morning. And you know what the verdict will be. Thanks a lot for nothing.
Look, I'm very busy. I'm sorry. I prefer to get going.
Chief, I want to thank you for taking the time to see me on such brief notice.
All right, come on, make it fast. I got the mayor in there and the police commissioner.
I won't take more than 5 minutes of your time, I promise. It's about this robbery report that you got from Charlie's Nest.
For crying out loud. Are you going to waste my time with that lousy little larceny?
Look, it was Poppy Johnson that the bartender accused.
I know who it was. Calvin told me. So you had to go and make a federal case out of this, huh?
Well, she was innocent. I'm not manufacturing an alibi. This is not a personal bias. It's the truth. Look, she just took her salary. She quit that stupid job, and this bartender, Smitty, he refused to give her the money that he owed her.
Oh, Tyler, come on.
Look, the fact is that Smitty was dipping his own fingers in the till. And he accused Poppy to cover up his own thieving fingers.
Can you prove it?
I don't have to. I threatened the guy with a lie detector test, and he told me the truth. He even begged me not to tell his boss about it. Ah, Chief, that's not even the most important piece of information that I got.
All right, all right. What is?
Well, he told me something else that he hadn't told us before, and I think it's very important to the Bannister case.
Wait, it's the Bannister case?
Yeah. Look, you remember Calvin and I went over to Charlie's Nest to ask the bartender if he'd ever seen Joe Boomer and Ted Loomis there together. Well, the first time his memory was very poor, but this time it was much improved.
Why? What did he say?
He admitted that he had seen them, both of them, there together, about an hour, maybe 2 hours before Troy Bannister was involved in Ted Loomis's murder.
It's very interesting. You think this may prove collusion?
Well, it doesn't prove anything, but at least it indicates that something like that might have happened.
All right. But listen, you're missing one important thing, a motive. You have to prove that Joe Bulmer wanted that kid dead. And you gotta prove it before you can get this kid off the hook.
Wait a minute.
I've got to go. I'll talk to you more later.
I've got to get Eddie Lorimer's testimony.
Didn't Eddie get everything straightened out?
Oh, yeah. For a minute or two, it was like grand opera in there. That chef may be short, but he's got a mighty, mighty temper. And Eddie doesn't know how to handle people like that yet. Anyway, I managed to smooth the ruffles, so everything is in order. I'll check you later. Oh, hi, Coffee. You want a table?
No, I don't want a table, Sid. I came over here to talk to Eddie. Could you tell him that I'm here, please?
Sure, honey. Where's the bar? I'll get it.
General Foods International Coffees introduces a new temptation.
David?
New Cafe Amaretto, the enticing coffee with the delicate almond flavor of amaretto.
Think of it, David. Coffee kissed with the romantic flavor of amaretto.
Cafe Amaretto. Share it with someone special.
David.
Celebrate the moments of your life.
With new Cafe Amaretto from General Foods International Coffees.
When hands get cold, then hot, they can crack. Winter cold and winter heat can make your skin rough, dry, even cracked. That's why Vaseline Dermatology Formula Lotion was developed with dermatologists, tested by dermatologists, and recommended by 9 out of 10 dermatologists surveyed. It relieves every major dry skin symptom, even cracking. Don't let winter get under your skin. Get Vaseline Dermatology Formula.
I'll have another one of these, Spencer.
Let's see, that makes 3, doesn't it?
What are you doing, keeping score?
You don't hit 3 unless something's bothering you, Sky.
Yeah, well, sorry to have to disappoint you, Spencer. There's nothing bothering me. I'm just thirsty, that's all. Maybe I'm dehydrated.
You mind if I offer another reason? My guess is that it has something to do with Raven Alexander. She was here last night, wasn't she?
Who do you think you are, den mother of this house? How did you know that she was here?
Sky, I lived in this house for almost a year, at the same time she did. Now, I know the scent of her perfume. I also know the brand name of her lipstick. I found this in your bathroom.
I'll see that she gets it back.
That's a damn good thing Nora didn't find that. Now, she'd pounce on something like that and try to blackmail you about Raven. She's so good at blackmail.
What are you talking about? Blackmail. No. Come on, come on.
Oh, you might as well know the truth. The reason I didn't fire Nora is because she knows all there is to know about the bribes made to foreign governments by the executives of the Whitney Machine Tool Company.
How did she find out?
She went through some of your business papers.
Pay her off and get rid of her.
It's impossible, Sky. She wouldn't go for that. She's as vindictive as hell, and she's perfectly capable of going straight to the feds and reporting it. Now, I know her. I know what she's done, and I know what she will do unless we handle this correctly.
Well, we have to come up with something, Spencer. We can't let this happen.
I'm open to suggestions, Sky.
All right, I'll think of something. That's all. Take off. First those papers in the safe, and now this. I'm getting closer to jail by the minute.
I wish I had something concrete, either for or against Whitney.
Well, there's just something odd about a man like him in the role of spy. You know, there is one question that I should have asked Whitney, and I should do it right away. May I use your phone?
Please, be my guest.
Would you be able to come over to Whitney's with me and ask him a few more questions?
Sure I would.
Good. Hello, this is David Cameron calling. I'd like to speak with Mr. Whitney, please. Thank you. You see, it occurred to me, the one thing we hadn't thought about. Mr. Whitney, David Cameron. Chief Maury and I would like to come over to ask you a few more questions this evening. Just take a few minutes.
I'm not feeling very well. All right, listen, if this will straighten this out, yeah, come on over.
Good. Before we do that, Mr. Whitney, there is one question that I would like to ask you right now, if I may.
Every day, people face the moment of truth. The moment they decide if their dishwasher detergent did the job.
If I have to rewash the glasses.
Or didn't quite do the job.
Spots. I have to rewash the glasses.
Try Cascade. Most detergents can leave drops that spot, but Cascade sheeting action leaves glasses virtually spotless. Cascade's moment of truth.
Look at that shine. Now that's beautiful.
Is Cascade's moment of glory.
Imagine all the chewy, gooey cookies you can bake with new 6 dozen size Duncan Hines cookie mix.
Chewy, gooey, we love chewy, gooey cookies made with homemade tasting Duncan Hines cookie mix.
Now Duncan Hines chocolate chip cookie mix comes in a 6 dozen size too for twice as many chewy, gooey cookies.
Oh, we love to mix them, love to bake them, love to eat them. Duncan Hines is chewy, gooey, homemade good.
New 6 dozen size Duncan Hines cookie mix.
Chewy, gooey.
Homemade good.
You're late.
A day late.
Isn't this Tuesday?
The dinner party was last night.
Why not join us for leftovers? Cold fried chicken.
I'll refry it.
Won't it taste greasy?
Not with Crisco oil.
Looks crispy. Mmm, delicious, not greasy. And I missed this last night? Yeah, this and Diane. Your date?
Crisco oil for fried foods that taste great, not greasy.
All right, here we are. Thanks, Nancy. Now, I know that you're upset about something, so why don't we just forget the small talk and tell me, what is it? Well, I guess I'm just feeling a certain ambivalence about Jim's going to New York. I thought that was it. When is he leaving? He's already gone. He's probably having dinner right now with the producer of the rep company planning the first production.
Well, you sound as if you think that he's going to accept the job.
Well, if they offer it to him, he's going to. He told me so. And I can't blame him.
No, of course not. My goodness, it's the chance of a lifetime.
Exactly. The Whitney Theater has been a wonderful springboard, but it's not a company. In Monticello, he doesn't have the authority that he wants, or the chance to do something exciting and new and creative. New York is the ultimate, and he's going for it. He asked me to go with him. I didn't know what to say, Nancy. I'm afraid, which probably means I'll never see him again.
Oh, Valerie, of course not. That does not mean that you'll never see him again. If he accepts, my goodness, New York is only an hour-and-a-half flight away from here.
Yes, but it's like 2 different worlds, with new lives and new interests and new friends. Nancy, why do these transitions have to happen? Why do you lose the people that you really care about?
Maybe you never let him know how much you care. Or maybe you don't care enough.
What, folks, huh? Drop in again.
Thanks, Eddie, what are you doing over here?
I'm just helping clean up a little bit.
Well, Poppy's waiting for you at the bar. I'll take care of this.
Okay. Hi, kid. How's it going? You want a drink from the bar?
No, thanks, Eddie. I want something from you.
Me? Like what?
A favor. Wait a minute. Before you say no, I know you've done me plenty of favors already, but this one is the most important thing that I ever asked of you.
Listen, you gotta tell me what you want before I can say yes or no.
Eddie, listen to me. I want you to tell the police the truth about Troy Bannister, Ted Loomis, and Joe Bulmer.
Hey, shut up. Sit down over here. What's the matter with you? You a wacko or what? I'm gonna stick my neck right in a noose. You're gonna do that.
No, you wouldn't, Eddie. You can do it. You can get immunity. I know that you can. Damien told me so.
Look, it's not immunity I'm worried about. It's my reputation.
Your what? You gotta be kidding.
Hey, look, I got a restaurant now. I got a partner here. I got a lot of responsibilities.
You're trying to compare a kid's life to a restaurant.
Hey, what would happen to this joint if people thought for 1 minute that the guy who owns half of it was at one time, once upon a time, wound up with a hood, a crooked cop? What's the matter with you? I wouldn't do that to Sydney. She's too terrific. And I wouldn't do it to myself either. Look, kid, this time I can't do nothing for you. I'm sorry. I can't help you out. And stop looking like I just sat on your pet canary, all right? I've done a million things for you in the past, a million things, but I can't do this.
Come on now. Let's be honest here. The reason you always did me favors, the reason you always treated me good, it wasn't because of me. It was because of my brother, Al. Your best friend. You remember good old Al, don't you? The pal you ran down in a car. Why, if he were alive today, I bet he'd remember you. Hit and run, Eddie, he'd call you.
It's not true, damn it.
Play it straight for once. I know it's true. And I know why you did it, too. It was because I was cheating on you, that's what. He was stuffing his own pockets. Don't you think I know my brother was no good?
You knew all about that, didn't you?
Yeah, sure. But there wasn't anything that I could do to stop him. There was something that you could do, wasn't there? So you got in a car one night. All right, look. I'm not saying that you deliberately set out to kill him. I honestly believe that all you wanted to do was scare him a little bit. It all went wrong somewhere. And he died.
I swear to you, I didn't mean to kill him, I swear. I was mad, I was out. I came home from work, I saw him on the street. And I figured I'd hit him with the car, or just play with him, scare him, you know? And he panicked. The bum panicked. Instead of jumping away, he jumped right in front. Even his dying robbed me. You robbed me, you're my best friend. You know, some nights, I gotta drink myself numb to try to fall asleep. And hope the nightmares don't come back again.
Okay. All right. Do you want to stop feeling guilty? Here's your chance. Don't let an innocent kid suffer. Maybe even die for something he didn't do. Help him. Help the kid, Eddie. If my forgiveness is what you want for what happened to my brother, then this is how you can get it.
Purina has just invented a product so new, so effective, we're keeping the name top secret. It's a cat litter deodorizer concentrated to work like nothing ever has. At every litter change, just add 1 pouchful. These concentrated deodorant pellets stop odors before they start. Sound effective? It is. So new and effective, we're keeping the name top secret. New top secret cat litter deodorizer. Keeps litter odors top secret.
You are about to enter another dimension, the Triomino's dimension, where skill and strategy reign supreme, and your opponent's tactics can be demolished by simply moving in a new numbered piece. Encounter the Triomino's dimension, and you'll encounter one of the most continuously fascinating games of the 80s, Triomino's. It takes young and old alike beyond dominoes into the world of Triomino's, the 3-sided dominoes game from Pressman, also deluxe and travel Triomino's.
Ryan's Hope.
You can call the whole thing off right now, no questions asked.
An undercover assignment
Who's ever been murdering those women has got to be put away.
that may lead to danger.
And I want to be a part of that.
Ryan's Hope.
Weekdays.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello, Mr. Barney.
Mr. Whitney is in the living room. Go right in, please.
Thank you. Mr. Whitney?
Chief, Mr. Cameron, please have a seat.
Thank you.
Would you like a drink?
No. No, not for me.
All right, Spencer, that'll be all.
I'll be in the study if I'm needed, Mr. Whitney.
All right, Mr. Cameron, what's this all about?
It's about the question I asked you on the phone a little while ago, Mr. Whitney. Regarding the visitor you had last night, before Raven came to see you.
Ian?
Yes, Ian Devereaux. Now, you said that Devereaux was in your bedroom and that he was alone there sometime during his visit.
Yeah, that's right. I hadn't been feeling well, and he came to visit me. And I was in the bathroom shaving when he came in, and I guess I was there for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, that makes sense. That could be. We're thinking if he was as clever as everybody says he is, that he could have hidden those documents in your safe during that period of time.
How? He would have had to know where the safe was and what the combination
Neither
was.
of those would be insurmountable obstacles to a professional, Mr. Whitney.
Look, we don't know how, all right? But we think we know why.
Well, all right, let's not play games, gentlemen. Just please tell me.
Mr. Whitney, this information is for you only. Your friend Ian Devereaux is a professional spy. And we believe he may be protecting himself by throwing you to the wolves.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting New Jello Pudding Pops. New Jello Pudding Pops.
Hey, look, Happy, what you got?
New Jello Pudding Pops. Frozen pudding on a stick.
Great.
Tastes splendiferous. And Mom won't give you that long, worried mama face like she does with some snacks because she knows this is made with real pudding. Oh.
New Jell-O brand pudding pops. All the goodness of real Jell-O pudding made with milk, so you know it's wholesome.
Tastes splendiferous.
And no worried mama face.
What's the happy ending to Bert's marriage proposal to Lonnie? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
How has Natalie's death affected those who knew and loved her 1 year later? This week's National Enquirer tells you, how can owning a pet give you self-confidence? Which new Christmas toys are good and not so good?
It's in the Enquirer.
What kind of women turn Tom Selleck on? Find out in the Enquirer. Over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
This is David Hartman. Tomorrow, reports on the president's trip. Also, Ed Asner and Andy Gibb. Next week, Billy Joel and Kirk Douglas on Good Morning America.
Tonight, Joni is accused of cheating on a term paper, and it could cost her her college career on Joni Loves Chachi. Then Jenny's Girl Talk About Boys leads to a hilariously misunderstood invitation on Star of the Family. After the defending Super Bowl champion San Francisco 49ers face the Los Angeles Rams in an ABC NFL football special.
And on ABC's World News tonight, a medical breakthrough, an artificial heart implant in a human. Following success with calves, last night this operation was performed on a person, giving new hope to many with terminal heart disease. ABC News, uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
I tried the Diamond Crystal Salt Cling Test and proved that Diamond Crystal clings better than the other leading salts. Diamond Crystal, first in its class.
Coming up on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, a 13-year-old boy shoots and kills his mother. We'll tell you why he did it and about how the whole tragedy may have been avoided. We'll also have this.
Are there any witty, unusual new books this year which would make good Christmas presents? Yes. I'm Josh Howell. We'll have a report.
Also, storm...
Dive and swim. Shower off, then sail away. And the rainbow's a handle for Tubtown, so it can be played with anywhere. Tubtown, don't you wish you were a kid again?
The People's Court, today at 4:30.
This information is for you only, Mr. Whitney.